Greetings, star babes. This is Under the Stars Babe here. And I just wanted to go over some things with you that I've been looking into, especially the topic of isolation. If you're sitting in a room right now, looking at your phone, feeling like you're completely invisible to the world, even if you have thousands of followers or people text you every day, I want you to take a deep breath right now. You aren't broken. You aren't unlovable. And you definitely aren't the only one feeling this way. Today, we're talking about the hidden physics of loneliness. Why isolation isn't just a social problem, it's an energetic one. We're going to dive into how isolation completely anchors you to the bottom of the Hawkins scale of consciousness. And more importantly, the exact mechanical steps you can take today to shift your frequency from heavy, exhausting isolation into a state of high vibrational connection. If you stick with me for the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a framework that changed my life when I was at my absolute lowest. I will give you the keys to step out of the shadows. Let's look at why isolation feels so physically heavy. We often treat loneliness like a lifestyle issue. Oh, just go out more, or join a club. But if your inner energy is misaligned, you can be in a crowded room at a party and feel entirely alone. And this has happened to me, guys, many times. Very familiar with this feeling. This comes down to what Dr. David Hawkins called the map of consciousness. He calibrated human emotions on a logarithmic scale from 1 to 1,000. Let's look at where isolation lives, guys. When you feel disconnected, you aren't just sitting in neutral. You are sliding down into the survival paradigm. Grief, which is 75 on the scale. Mourning the connections you don't have. Feeling heavy and full of regret. Apathy on the scale, which is 50, which is despair, which is why even try? No one cares about me anyway. And then we have shame on the scale, which is 20, the ultimate bottom of the barrel. I am isolated because there is something fundamentally wrong with me. When you are vibrating at 50 or 75, your view of life is hopeless or tragic. Energetically, you become a closed loop. You pull inward. You emit a frequency that actually pushes potential connections away because your energy is entirely focused on lack. To change who is coming into your life, you have to change the signal you are broadcasting. Remember, guys, you're like a radio. What is your frequency? Tune in. There's a trap of waiting to be rescued. Here is the trap most of us fall into when we're stuck down in apathy or grief. We wait for an invitation. We scroll through Instagram, we see people hanging out, and we think, must be nice. Wish someone would think of me. We expect the world to reach into our dark room, turn on the light, and drag us out. But energy doesn't work that way, guys. Like attracts like. If you are vibrating in a state of lack, you will attract more situations that confirm your lack. You have to break the circuit yourself. How do you do that when you have zero energy? Well, you don't try to jump from apathy, which is low on the scale, 50, to love, 500, overnight. That's impossible. You can't go from wanting to hide under your blankets to suddenly being the life of the party. You have to climb the scale one step at a time. Your first major milestone is courage, which is 200. Courage is a tipping point on the Hawkins scale. It's the critical line where you move from being a victim of your circumstances to an initiator of your life. Courage says, I feel terrified of rejection. I feel heavy, but I am going to choose to act anyway. Ooh. So let's get tactical. How do we find that courage and physically shift our frequency? Here are 3 things you can do today. 1, shift from consumption to contribution. When you're isolated, you are consuming. You consume social media. You consume negative thoughts. You consume streaming shows. Consumption is a passive, low frequency state. To break it, you must contribute. Find a way to give your energy away, even in a small, tiny way. Comment something genuinely kind on someone's post. Go buy a coffee and genuinely look the barista in the eye, smile, and ask how their day was. When you shift your focus from what am I getting from the world to what can I offer the world right now, your vibration instantly jumps toward willingness, which is 310 on the scale. 2, change your physical geometry. Your body holds your frequency. If you're slumped over, staring down at a tiny glowing screen, you are physically locking yourself into a low vibrational state. Get outside, move around, move your body, walk through a park, walk barefoot in your backyard. Look at the sky. Explain your peripheral vision. Expand your peripheral vision. When you physically open up your posture and look at the broader world, your brain stops signaling that you're in danger, allowing you to move up into neutrality, which is 250 on the scale. 3, initiate the micro connection. Stop waiting to be texted. Be the texter. Send a message to someone you haven't talked to in 6 months. Keep it low stakes. Hey, you crossed my mind today. Hope you're doing amazing. No expectations. You're just sending out a clean, high vibrational wave of appreciation. Once you cross that threshold of courage, something beautiful begins to happen. You start moving into acceptance, which is 350 on the scale, and reason, which is 400 on the scale. You begin to understand that your isolation was just a temporary season, a cocoon phase, not a permanent death sentence. You realize that everyone out there is just as starved for deep, authentic connection as you are. They are waiting for someone to be brave enough to be real. When you operate from love, 500 on the scale, you see everyone as a reflection of yourself. You realize you were never actually isolated. You just forgot how to look for the light. If you made it to the end of this video, this podcast, it's because your soul is ready to climb back up that scale. You are ready to reclaim your space in the world. But inspiration without action is just entertainment. I don't want this to just be another video or podcast you click away from. Here's my challenge to you today. Leave a comment below. Write down one word describing the level on the scale you're aiming for today. Example, courage, willingness, or love. Let this comment section be your first point of connection. Read other people's comments and hit like on them. Let's build a high vibrational community right here. 2. Subscribe and hit the bell. If you want to keep raising your frequency and shifting your mindset every single week, make sure you join our circle. 3. Reach out to one person. Close this app before you close your YouTube app or switch to another video. Send one appreciation text to someone in your life. Don't wait for them. Initiate the light. And 4, cheat code. Try flfe.net. It's a quantum service that raises your frequency on the scale to 500 plus on a consistent daily basis. I have been using this for about 4 months and I must say I love it. I would like you to try this. Comment in the comments on one of these videos how you like it, and we can go from there. So thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me today. Remember, your frequency is your responsibility. It's not your mom's, it's not your co-workers, it's not your kids, it's not your husband or wife. It's yours. And you have everything you need inside you to change it. Stay brave, keep vibrating higher, and I will see you in the next episode. Namaste.